I've messed around with Unity for a bit now. It's been about 4 years. Part of it is because of that stupid ass decision they made, but I've always had a problem trying to figure out what type of game I wanted to make. And something that kind of inspired me is this game called Schedule 1. If you haven't played it, which I don't know how you haven't, it's basically a game where you sell drugs to your friends and family. I thought, damn, that shit looks easy to make. So with as original as I am, I went to ChatGPT for some ideas on what to make. I wanted to make a small indie game that I could finally complete and accomplish. So I put together this Google Doc that kind of just goes over the entire game, the basics and functionalities, and also kind of a story to follow. Maybe don't read it if you don't want spoilers if you're going to play the game. Basically what you should know about the game is that you start off with your family in your house living peacefully, and then a robber breaks in and kills your wife and child, and then eventually you become homeless on the streets, and you have to find your way up being a robber yourself, and then trying to survive. So with my originality, I clicked new project and I titled it Dirty Dealings. I totally thought of that on my own, and then I created the project and decided to get started. So as I'm creating my scene, it's basically just going to act as my demo area. This is where I'm going to be creating my scripts and creating the functions that I want in the game. So halfway through building this, I've realized I've made this probably 100 times in past projects. So I decided just to import what I already have made, just so it kind of speeds up the process a little bit. And boom, there we go, a whole player script. I've made my player model very detailed and very scalable, just so I can kind of use it in any project I need to. Definitely let me know in the comments if you want access to any of the source code, by the way. At first I had this idea where you'd go up to this computer just to access all the stuff you would need to in the game, but turns out that's kind of a stupid idea. So as I thought about something else, I kind of just messed around with the scene a little bit. So I kind of decided to start working on the stealable items in the game. So as kind of a placeholder, there's this ball. Basically, you pick it up, and then you have it. Here's also the stupid ass laptop that I'm not going to be using. And with about 3 hours of coding, I decided to go with the hotbar system. I messed around with it for a little bit, and I had a problem where I couldn't pick up anything, but I was finally able to pick up other objects and switch between them. Usually an icon should show up, but we'll get to that later. What I've realized some of my struggles in the past was focusing on stuff that wasn't important, so I quickly decided my next step would be work on an AI script and also a money script for the player. And this is kind of how it came out. I was actually pretty happy with the progress I was making so far, and I decided to add a kill feature on the AI, and they start to drop things. Eventually I'll make them drop money and whatnot, but right now they're just dropping the game objects. So after a little bit more time of just kind of coding and messing around with things, I finally got the UI to work with the hotbar, so some images pop up and also the dropping works. I'm not lying, this shit took me like 3 days to figure out how to do. I decided the next feature I was going to work on is a buy and sell feature. It was going to be the black market of the game. Now, it's not really working, but eventually it's going to be fixed. I really can't decide if it's going to be the buy or sell feature. I don't want it to be both because I want to have two different systems. Let me know in the comments, I'd love some feedback. Doing all this solo and learning code all from stuff like YouTube is definitely a big challenge, but I'm all up for it. It's definitely a bit of a short video, but I've only put kind of my free time into this, but I thought it'd be kind of a fun project to get back into. I also thought it'd be a great idea to post it online just so I could get some feedback and some ideas back. I think this is one of my best ideas yet for a game project, and I'm really excited for it. So just give me back any feedback you guys have, and I'd love to hear it. With any feedback that I get, I hope you guys subscribe as well. It'll just show me that you guys are as engaged as I am in the project. And I will see you guys in the next devlog.